So up to this point, you should know that in the atom, there are 3 subatomic particles. We're going to start with the simple nucleus here. This is our nucleus. You have protons with a positive charge and neutrons with no charge. So we're going to say that's a 0. And on the outside, you have empty space, but for now we're going to say there are orbits where the electrons are actually occupied. So that's the nuclear atomic model. We're going to look down here. And remember that there are protons, electrons, and neutrons. And if you see where they're at, so again, this is the nucleus. And the protons and the neutrons occupy the nucleus. They have a mass. We're going to look at the AMU only. It's called atomic mass unit. So they weigh 1. We're just going to say they weigh 1. And the electron weighs very, very little. Talking 1/2000th the mass of the proton. And then we need to remember 2 important things. The charges. The charge of the proton is positive. The charge of the electron is negative. And the neutron is neutral. It has no charge. So you can think of it as the neutron has both the electron and the proton in it. Some symbols, any of these is fine to use. For a proton, we may use the P+. For the electron, we would like to use the E-. That's the most common one. And for neutrons, we usually use N, or we can use the N to the 0, again, to indicate that there's no charge. So again, this is a summary of what was discussed. You saw that the development started from simple. The idea is that there are atoms in the atomic theory. That's what the atomic theory is stating. And that those atoms are indivisible, although we will find out when we move on, as we just found out actually, that the electrons occupy the outside, and then there are protons and neutrons in the nucleus. And of course, the laws represent the patterns that we see from matter. Now, that's it.